Hi and welcome to today's video. So I'll be showing you affordable bed sitters around Rongai that are also of really good quality. So the first bed sitter that you're at is around the Nairobi women's vicinity. Approximately it's 500 meters from the road. It's just opposite Nairobi women. So I'd say it's registered under Lyons Property, and the first thing I'd say I really like is the ambience of the place. I really like the fact that it's somehow cool and very homey. Of course, the colors of the building itself is really nice. The color palettes, they've chosen red and different shades of gray. So of course, I really like the fact that they added a nature's touch inside the building, and you'll enter from the main gate that's right there. So there's a bit of parking where you can be able to park your cars just in case you're using one. And of course, there's hanging line at the ground floor, so you can be able to hang your clothes. There's also a hanging place at the balcony of the room that you will choose. All the rooms have a balcony area, but this is just in case you have extra clothes. I'll invite Mercy Wamboi, the managing agent, who will be able to tell us more about the property. So come.
So hello, my name is Mercy Wamboi, as just said. We are the Lyons Properties, and we are the ones who are managing the properties currently and also doing the letting. The properties is located just roughly 500 meters from the tarmac, as you just said, within the vicinity of Nairobi Women's. This is where you get the ambience of the neighborhood. It's so nice, fantastic. There's fresh air coming in, and there's good security in here, so everything is just being catered off. This is where you get a fully package. You don't miss anything when it comes to these apartments.
Okay,
yeah.
So how can people be able to contact you?
We are based online platforms. We have different platforms. We've advertised the apartment. We're based in GG platform under the name Lyons Properties.
Yes.
We are also in Property 24 under the name Lyons Properties, and we're also in Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But mostly we get calls from GG platform.
Okay, calls from GG platform. So just look for them under Lyons Properties.
Yeah.
I can also give them your contact.
0722 111 218.
Okay, thank you very much. So she'll be with us. She'll be helping us to know more about the area and of course the amenities that it offers. So let's go inside. So some of the things that I really like about this apartment is one, the coat of paint that they've chosen. I really like the shade of white. It's basically an off-white, so it just brightens up the room. And they don't only have one shade, they've mixed it with a darker color. Just the color palette is really neutral, so at least the ambience is somehow comfortable. It feels kind of homey. The colors, even though they've mixed with dark colors, semi-dark colors, they've also managed at least to break the monotony with bright colors, maybe on the ceiling and of course in other aspects of the room. So I definitely really like the tiles that they've incorporated on the small kitchen area. Of course, they have running water, plenty of space to be able to store anything that you'd like. For example, like your gas cooker, and of course other cabinets beneath the sink, so you can be able to store your personal effects, maybe your buckets, just anything you want. And then on top they have more cabinet space. You can just put your kitchen things, or of course anything else that you want to. So there's three columns. So there's three cabinet spaces, and then the one in the middle is more of an open shelf. So that's definitely nice. So you can just pick things if you're in a hurry. Of course, a small window near the kitchen area, which is really nice. So there's plenty of aeration if you'd want. The curtains for, of course, privacy. You can just be able to suspend curtains from this point on, of course, to prevent you from being seen because the glass is clear on the other side. And then there's the living space area, and of course, the closet, plenty of closet space. So here, then there's 3 drawers that are, yeah, there's a lot of room to put anything that you want. For me, I really like this closet. At least they've tried to incorporate some style in what they're doing. They haven't just put mediocre things just because it's a bed sitter. At least they've tried to match everything so that it looks aesthetically pleasing. Because I find that with with affordable houses, people tend to compromise on the style just because they think that clients just want to take anything. So I think that's something good. They've tried to at least make it really pleasing to the eye. And of course, we have the balcony area. So I'm on the first floor, by the way. So this is the view. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. You can be able to hang your clothes. You can see there's 2 metal suspensions at the top. So this is where you can put the rope to be able to hang your clothes, possibly washed them. And then the window and just basically an open space for your own comfort. Okay, so I'd like to invite Masi Wamboy, the managing agent that we had met earlier, so that she can explain more of the amenities that are within the building and of course the house itself. So, welcome.
So, yes, I'm back to talk about the house rates, how much it is, and what it comes with when it comes to these apartments. So we have 2 prices ranges. Initially, the house rate used to go for 11,000, but we deducted some prices, some level. This first floor and ground floor, we're giving it 39,500, and then the second floor to the 4th floor, we're giving it 10,000. There's no single difference. Every house is just the same. So as people, especially young people, everybody wants to live from the second floor upwards. So with of deducting that 500, at least we can also be able to market the first floor. So that's it. And when you're moving in, you pay a rent of 10,000 or 9,500. It depends on which house you're gonna take, and a rent deposit of 11,000. Now this is the best deal. We have free water for you. You're not paying any water bills. And that's the best thing you can do. I believe there's some houses that you're gonna pay for 8,000, but at the end of the day, somebody's giving you a bill of 2,000. So you end up paying 10,000 for a house that is not worth it. So here, just pay your rent. Water is provided for. Always, it's a lot. We have a borehole and the county council water, and we also give you free garbage collection. We give you a place where you can bring your garbage, and then us, we take care of it. We also have free security. We have CCTV cameras all over to monitor what is going on in the apartment. We have a watchman during the night. So this is the last place you can hear about security problems anyway. Everything is just catered for. This is what you feel like the worth for your money.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was wondering, are pets allowed in the area, and what kind of pets are allowed?
In our lease agreement, we spoke about no pets allowed. But if in case you have a cat, you need to come with a certificate showing that it's fine. Like, just in case they find someone, it's vaccinated. Yeah. So if you have a certificate, then it's okay, but not allowed. No.
So allow cats, just basically small animals.
Yes, small animals.
pets, which can be domesticated. What about if you want to customize like your own, let's say for example, I've rented this bed sitter and I want to change maybe the paint, or I want to paint, or I want to put art on it. Basically things which are permanent can permanently alter the way the bed sitter looks. Is that allowed?
What we normally do, we don't negotiate this though. This, but when you come and that is your offer, that is what you want to do, because at the end of the day you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
We can figure out a negotiation about that. But if in case it's allowed, then you're gonna leave the house at the state that you found it. If you found a great painting, then by the time you're getting out, we have deduct money from your deposit amount and then repaint it back. Yes.
And what about, okay, let's say, what about parking space? Is there a lot of parking space for people who have personal cars?
We under this same building is I think it's four cars for parking. But just in case you have a car, if the space down here is occupied, we have a space up there where the office is. So you can park your car there. I believe the parking space is just very available when it comes to these apartments.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, let's say for example, you'd like to recommend someone to come here. So they can either contact you or the platforms that you had mentioned earlier.
Of course.
Okay, so I'll put the link to the property, GG property, in the description box, so make sure to check it out. And I'll also put Mercy's contact. You're always available if people have questions.
Of course. That's our job.
Yeah. So she'll be here. So she'll always be here. She can come. In fact, she came for us when we wanted to come here. So all you have to do is just maybe be around Nairobi women.
Yeah.
Then she can come and escort you to the actual place. Of course, we'll make sure to explain the direction as best as we can, how you can be able to access the apartments. So on a personal note, what would you say? What are your thoughts about this bed sitters compared to others?
This is one thing that I can say. Currently, this is the best winning apartment in Rongai. Okay, speaking of Rongai, even if you go to Kilimani, you cannot compare this house with another house. When it comes to renting, first of all, and when it comes to what we have offered in this bed sitter, Lyons Properties is a company that deals with quality things. We believe in marketing at least one apartment that is at the end of the day, you're gonna come back here. So I can rent this apartment 10 out of 10. At the end of the day, it's just a winning house. It's a house that cannot be marketed. It's self-marketing itself.
Yeah.
So you should come here and stay.
Yeah, and I'd say I really like the fact that it's really quiet.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of noisy neighbors compared to most, like I find like apartments. Sometimes people tend to get it wrong, like the sound, the materials used to build them in a building sometimes are not very soundproof, so you end up hearing everything or anything anyone is doing. But where I really like it, because at least, of course, there's a lot of rooms still available. How many?
We've got 20 units available as per now. So what you can do, you can just come and book with the 11,000 to secure a place. Because I know this is a hot cake. It's really going that fast. So come book with the 11,000 and then we'll maintain space for you. And then now you can move anytime of your wish, but don't take too long. Yeah,
don't take too long. So yeah, that's what the highlights of this listing by Lyons Properties. So of course, make sure to check the description box, and also Mercy had mentioned her contact. You can call her at any time if you would like to come here. So thank you so much for thank you for telling us more about the building and of course what it can offer. She's right. It's a really quality place. There's not many bed sitters I see looking like this. It's true. They put a lot of effort into the decor, into what anyone can need, and of course the space isn't so tiny that you're not able to live. So of course, make sure to contact her.
I'm glad to serve you guys. Yes.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Be
so we're at our next location, and it's still around the Nairobi women's vicinity area. So I'm going to be showing you our 2-bedroom apartments that's really beautiful. And of course, again, the ambience is definitely a 9 out of 10. I might even say a 10 out of 10. So as you can see, I really like the color palette again on this one. It's quite different from the bedsitter that I had shown earlier. So for this one, the color palette mainly centers around different shades of pink, and I don't know if it's mauve, just a really dusty kind of brown, rustic shade of brown. Okay, so once you enter, of course the whole compound is tiled, by the way, and again they also incorporate elements of nature with a few plants here and there around the building. Okay, so once you enter, you come to the living room area, and quite spacious. They have an open plan kitchen with the counter and a bit of space for the other amenities like your fridge and your gas cooker. So I'd say for me the best part is the tiles. I've never seen tiles like this in an apartment before. Quite a unique design. And then of course they have the counter is marble, if I'm not wrong. And then of course the cupboards in the kitchen also go with the whole vibe of the place, which is sort of a rustic brown and different shades. Okay, it's just basically different shades of brown. So of course there's a lot of cabinet space in all the places. There we go. More cabinet space where you'll be able to put, I guess, your fridge or your gas cooker. There's 2 different places with sockets. Your kitchen counter. Definitely a lot more space. And below the sink you still have more space to keep anything you'd like. So it's definitely nice. Some people like having a lot of room. So once you put their things, so once you go, you head towards this direction, you come to the place where you can wash your clothes or do some different kinds of washing. So you have the sink that has running water here, and also I think this one can also be able to remove water. More electric switches, and of course the view of the next phase of the, I think twin phase building is being set up. That's going to look similar to this one. This is phase 1, and then the next one is phase 2. Okay, so there's 2 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. You have 1 master bedroom and another one, the second one. Okay, so there's a door that separates. It's basically a partition separates the living room area, the kitchen area from the bedroom area. So once you enter, we have the first bedroom. Definitely a lot of closet space. They have an open closet and a study desk that comes with the bedroom. And of course we always like a closet space that's really big. So just 2 metal rods, and there's 2 rows, one at the top and one at the bottom. The second one must be similar. Oh yeah, the second one has drawers like at the bottom. So, and for this one there's 3 rows and then 2 drawers at the bottom. So I'd say that's pretty good. Of course, a nice view, and I really like this detail on the windows. I think I prefer it as compared to the regular ones where you just have a hinge. I think I prefer the ones that have a lock. So just like that. The view from this room is basically, excuse that. The view from this room is basically a green garden. I don't know whose it is, and more apartments on the opposite side. So this is the second bedroom. Must be the master bedroom because it has its own bathroom and shower. So the water heater is located near the door, and then once you enter, I'd say really nice detailing. Definitely a unique style for apartments. I haven't also seen this before, and of course there's not really, okay, I think it was more of an earthy vibe, although I can't really tell what they were going for. So they have both hot water and cold water. It's a shower, can do both. And then you have a metal rod to hang your personal effects. Tiny sort of free cabinets, like an open plan, really without any closings, that has the mirrors, the bathroom mirror, and of course I think these just come with the apartment itself. And of course you have your toilet. So it's a really pretty bathroom. So this one has even bigger closets as compared to the second one. They look similar design, 2 metal rods and a different row at the top. And then the second one, we see the drawers. I think the only difference with this one and the other bedroom is that this one has, for the other room, this part wasn't enclosed, whereas with this one, it has the door feature. Then more electric switches, and of course, looks like a deer or a ram. I don't know what that is on the detailing for the lights. Then we have the view, an extra study desk with a drawer. And of course you have the view. I think this door is supposed to slide open. You'll be given the key once you enter, and of course the view is different depending on the floor in which you are in. So that is 8 for the 2-bedroom apartment near the Nairobi women's vicinity. Plus they also have a metal rod for a curtain, so you don't have to leave it like this, obviously, for privacy purposes. Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2.
So don't get okay. So we're back with Mercy Wambui from Lyons Properties, and she's going to take us through the amenities that the building has to offer and what the price range and the location and basically all the details to do with this particular apartment and how you can come here. Okay, so just guide us through.
Okay, so once again, as she said, I'm Mercy Wambui and the Lyons Properties company. We're doing the team here. This nicely built apartment, you can find it within Nairobi women's vicinity. That is roughly 600 meters from the road. So just in case you're walking, you use 6 minutes to the tarmac. And the house rent for this nicely built apartment is going for 30,000 per month. And it's coming with service charge. So don't pay for service charge. You just pay for your rent. Service charge includes security and garbage and cleaning. So don't pay for that, it's already catered for. So you pay your rent for 30,000, and there's water bills, 292 per unit. And then you pay your tokens as per your consumption. Safaricom is ready. We have fiber with us. So feel free to work from home or maybe for entertainment. And we give you bags for garbage collection. And then that's basically about the pricing. So when you're moving in, you pay rent, 1 month rent of 30,000, and another deposit for 30,000. Plus there's a deposit of tokens. I mean power. People nowadays go forward to take debts, tokens, and maybe they destroy the gadgets for the tokens. So it will take 2,500 for deposit for that, and 2,500 for water deposit. Just in case when you're vacating and you have arrears to do with the water, we deduct it from the water deposit. If you have interfered with the gadgets of the tokens, we also deduct it. So that's basically it. When you're moving in this house, you just need 65,000 only to be in this nicely built apartment. Yes.
What about pets?
Pets, not allowed.
Pets are not allowed.
Yes, not allowed.
What about, you've said security, is there CCTV?
We have CCTVs and there's a gate man during the day and during the night.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about okay, you said it's around the Nairobi women's area, just like the previous apartments.
Yeah.
And for this one, they also need to contact you.
They will need to contact me 0722 111 218.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take you here. This is my job, to take you here and to be with you as you see the house.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my job.
So what happens if maybe there's a problem, or maybe somebody has an issue with the house? Who do they call? They call you, or maybe there's another caretaker?
Here, there's a managing agent already, but because of the bonding that we usually have with our clients, they go forward to call us. We don't mind, you can call us, and then we give you the negotiations for you. If you feel free to call us anytime, or I'm going to introduce you to the people on these apartments. So in case of anything, you can just reach them out. If it's such an emergency, reach them out. We have a developer within the vicinity, and we have the manager within the vicinity as well. So when you move in, we show you around the people that you get to interfere with every now and then.
Okay, you say that there's an elevator, and where can people hang their clothes?
Up there, we have a rooftop for that. There's a lot of breeze coming in, and the hanging lines are enough. There's no day that you go there and miss hanging lines. So there's always space for that.
So the building itself has how many floors?
It has 6 floors.
6 floors, and then
there's a rooftop for the 7th floor.
Oh, the 7th floor is the rooftop. So I think she's going to show us the elevator, because it makes it easier if you're not a staircase person, or if you just prefer using an elevator. So it's nice that they have that option.
Yes.
Is the elevator always working? So at all times?
There's a backup generator for the elevator. So every time you can be assured of elevator working. In case power is off, we have backup generator for elevator only. We haven't provided it in the units. It's very expensive for that.
Okay, so how many listings do you have available at the moment? How many vacant apartments?
1. So you can imagine how good the apartment is. But the good news is, just in case you come and find there's no vacant in here, we have a phase 2 that is upcoming. So feel free, it's for sale. Initially, the developer is building the houses for sale, and then after the landlords buy the houses, then they go forward and rent the houses. So there's a phase 2 coming. The phase 2 is coming with 8 floors. So there will be enough space for everybody, and there's no trouble for space in here. Everything is just clean and form. Yeah.
So just in case you miss a vacancy in this particular one, just make sure to reach out to her to confirm whether the phase 2 is up, because I've seen it's still under construction at the moment. So maybe by the time you want a house similar design to this one, you'll be able to secure yourself a place.
Of course. But initially, they're going for sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just going to be shown the elevator, and then she'll just show us more of the compound. Okay, so our third location is behind Clean Shelf, just 500 meters behind the Clean Shelf supermarket or the Tusky supermarket. So this bed sitter goes for 7,000 shillings, and as you can see, it's quite spacious, bearing in mind that it doesn't have a closet. That's one of the things that I thought was a downside, considering it's 7K. So this is what they have to hold up your clothes, which I think is a disadvantage, but I'd say I really like the simplistic design of this one because of the color. Like it has, I like the color, I like the orange hue. I don't know if it's not completely orange, it's a little really light orange. Okay, so for the kitchen, I'd say I like the tile designs. I always think it's really nice when people just put a bit of intricate architecture where like you're cooking. I guess because of the smoke and everything, but I like the tiles. Marble counters, and of course a lot of space to be able to put your things depending on what you want. There's also space underneath the kitchen cabinet. As for the kitchen counter, there's also just minimal space to also put your spices or anything else that you may want. I really think it's really disadvantageous that I didn't have a closet, bearing in mind that there's no more space within the room itself. Okay, we have running water, and I'd say those are the main essentials, the main features of this bed sitter. So as for the bathroom, it's really tiny and you can't really open the door, but it's more or less just simple, just a toilet area, a really tiny sink, and the shower head. So if it's up to your standards, I'd say I would recommend you to come here if you think it fits all the features that you want. And of course, there's hot water and a simple light at the top, and then there's also one small window to let the light in. But I think the main source of aeration is the door and the kitchen windows, because the window that's here, the window that is behind, doesn't really open. So yeah. Okay, so you can be able to hang your clothes on the rooftop, just similar to all the other apartments that we visited. So it's located behind Clean Shelf, as I had mentioned, and I'll put the description, I'll put the number, the contact of the exact person down in the description, and then of course there's also the link to the sighting, to the exact listing on Gigi. I'll make sure to also put that. So make sure you check my description box for all the details, and we hope that the apartments that you shared today really helped you, and thank you for watching up to this point. Okay.